aduonu nkron say be 29 days na World Cup no ahyasie na ensem o eba no say asefem na me hu sa this particular story no na asem no kra mesere eni nyina ne say ye di nipa dodo na over 600 plus enu ye kuo bi a omaka omho abom om so omkwaje visa nipa 600 Ghana supporters for yi bia no omaka omho abom nipa over 600 na 600 na ekoye no only 18 Ghana supporters granted US visas ahead of World Cup. Enti nipa over 600 as a union no and as supporters Ghana supporters kuo no ka omo hubom ekoy so omo kwaje visa no nipa 18 penny de ma omo 500 and something plus ni nyina ya ma omo visa ni bi akoye nsem bebre a omo state ye enema enti omo entimi amfa eye visa no amfa omo it cuts across enema bebre ebi mu nkrata asem ebi mu enema bebre ebi mu sika asem ebi mu ha omo bebuki omo tickets ni ade unse ni nyina ye process. Some of them you book your hotel na obebuki no ebi a obeda ho ana wo na ho also we we nyina account documents na ho na we call a visa embassy ho say the be the visa na be ma na sa na ma we nyina ndi mu dia na ye say omo mfa visa ne ma enti ne ma be bre o flight tickets ni ade eno no de obebuki no ebi ho a you don't pay but then obebuki ato say this is a flight ticket the visa ne ma wa odi betu kwan hotel accommodation reservations ni nyina ya ade a nyina ho say di mu usika botina wo de to ho akopiem United States of America ni nyina ya ade a omo ebehwe se empo edimu se obetimi akopiem US ama se si akwakoye arehosem se 29 days to a World Cup Ghana first match any Panama airborne no saying na beko because nipa over 600 ni ama emu 18 na akwakoye arehosem na numu na Ghana fo bi omo ehu ne se chale we nye party for asem ne eken da bi we kuo bi omo ho ano se 600 omo kwaje visa ebi mu se na se US or Ghana for dodo na wo hodada enti nka ye mo omo wo ho na no eno kranka bo no bi so beti kakra ye mo dodo na omo US ene be state bi a wo bia ne de mu nyina ma baba abeka bom ni ahwe mu movement we be amu be move free mu hotels amu be camp mu ho na makọ support Ghana ka ye hwe ho enso so hwe senke be ye a eno ne ebi mu adwenkyira na omo so edi tudwa but wonim se Ghana e na ekọ World Cup e wo se yen a ye tifie no omo wo eye efie omo pepa se omo akọ support the Black Stars of Ghana e wo US Mexico na Canada no e wo se omo etimi kọ na yenim se ebi mu eye omo processing de na de abeto dwa mede mamo no eye nipa over 600 omo kọ ye emu 18 pe e na omo ensa e ka visa nti ye hwe baby a ensem no nyina ebekọ akosi ye nyina nim se President John Dramani Mahama or start say fundraising na omo e pesika botini bi na omo etimi e de Ghana for afri ha akopiem ewo US Canada and Mexico said the way you betimi akọ support Black Stars enti ni nyina eye nsem a ewo ho no mo a ye hwe ne adi akire ne ehu baby adi nyina bekọ akosi as we speak now processes no sign na ekọ sign na sisi nipa dodo sign ya start a ye de omo ehu ne ma ekọ as eye fundraising ni mu nipa a ye de omo ekọ tini nyina eye ne ma ye hwe ne ehu se President John Dramani Mahama sign na ne ma bekọ but as we speak now the very first match a omo ka omo hubom so mkwaje visa no 18 pe na ede mo amana kwakoye ensem bebre nipa dodo na e kasa de afa se World Cup ye bekọ bini eno ene ensem a ebi mu ede etudwa. So that is the updates coming in from the World Cup a ye bekọ ewo US Canada and Mexico. Ye to ansem no so a ye kọ honorable Samjata George ho na ode ensem bi atudwa. All of this is the accent, and I say the Nigerian accent versus the Ghanaian English accent. Deahin etiso, deahin edimu, deahin and a world and I say international recognition. Now, Honorable Sam George, a round table and I say a high level government industry round table meeting Biasia. It was organized by BOSAG, and then Concentrics. Omu meeting I say, and Honorable Sam George didn't say me because to just say Ghana English accent, you know. Say an international level recognition we are not tapping into it that be as a kakra if we are able to tap even was it 10% crowd of it and ka yebetimi e de aduru baabi enti o kyerɛkyerɛ mu kyerɛ sɛ yɛnyɛ brɔfo na yɛka no oba baby mamu ha one of the best enti Ghana accent ne de ɛte so enti yɛbɛkɔ na yɛtie honorable Sam George ne nsɛm a ɔde to dwa yɛba yɛabɛbiebie mu nso de ama mo yɛnkɔ ne yɛmmra sesie.
With the greatest of respect, the Ghanaian diction and accent is world class. And I think that it's a strength we have that we haven't tapped into. And in conversations with Bosak, I said to them that we needed to tap into at least 1% of what is like a $3 trillion business into Ghana. And that would in itself spur local growth. And what I say passionately, but without any malice. I saw that you had 11 centers in Egypt, 13 in Morocco, and 2 in Ghana. You had 12 in South Africa. Pick the numbers very quickly. And I visited almost all of these countries. And 70% of the time when they're speaking English to you, you think they're speaking something else. And so I'm asking myself, why do you have that number of centers? Especially if they're dealing with English speaking clients and you don't have them here in Ghana. I looked at your numbers in Philippines, mind boggling. And so, yes, I hear you, and I saw the plethora of languages that you operate in, about 45 languages plus. But you operate here in Ghana in English and French. I'm sure we've got a lot of English speakers who would meet any international standards, and we've got a good number of French speakers as well. And for me, that ties into the infrastructure and real estate repurposing plan. Ghana is not Accra, and Ghana must not be. If you need to drive French speaking sites, the Volta region, the OT region, the North, the Upper East, Upper West regions, are fantastic locations where you can set up shop and have people who, by virtue of proximity, either to Burkina Faso or Ivory Coast in the Western region, or Togo in the OT and Volta regions, have years and ancestry that is French. And so you have traditional French speakers who, even though they are Ghanaian, actually speak French as a natural language. And so we should not be looking to just set up here in Accra. And I mean, the SU Tower is a beautiful edifice. As a church boy, I'm happy you are paying rent to the SU Tower. But beyond this, we should be able to replicate sites across the country, sites in the Volta region, sites in the Upper East region, sites in the Western region, where you can have the ability of getting human resource that is available, but real estate that is considerably cheaper compared to Accra. And when it comes to government properties, again, at that meeting I had with Bosak, I was very clear. And so I want to believe that I've answered all your questions in your meeting with me at the ministry. I said to you, you can come to me and say to me, I need 10,000 square meters in Kumasi or 20,000 square meters in Wa. If you come to me as a ministry, as an organization, and say you need that number of square meters to roll out a site, I will take that up as an assignment to then figure out which government property I can get reconfigured to support you. But I can't on my own begin to tie down infrastructure and resources in just repurposing government properties across the country, hoping that someone is going to come to me. Demand will drive supply. And so when you make the demand of us, we will match it. As I've asked agencies of the ministry to go out into the other regions, and that's something we're doing actively. We're asking most of our agencies. So the Cybersecurity Authority, where she works, is rolling out 4 new regional offices. The data protection is about to roll out 4 new offices. Postal and Courier Services is rolling out 6 new offices. In many of the instances, when even the NCA is rolling out 3 new offices, even as resourceful as the NCA is, a request came to me at the ministry where it said if we were to put up or buy our own infrastructure and put up our own structure, this is the cost. If we were to rent from another government agency or just set up an existing infrastructure and renovate it, this was about 35%, 40% less than if we were to go full. Building on the synergies, we've taken that option. So there are those options when it comes to real estate across the country. I've written to regional coordinating councils and said, give me 2 rooms or 3 rooms in this space. Give me this amount of square meters I need to get an agency set up there. So we are willing. Like I said, we are simply a facilitator. Forget the fact that I'm wearing a suit. I hardly wear one. I hardly wear one because I'm always on the field and moving and working. Hi, Maxwell. I'm not seeing you. How are you? You know, it's for me the center of what we do. That over the next whatever time we have left, 2.5 of Mahama version 2.0, to execute as much as practical for everyone that needs to be done. But if there are even places where we need to go, Daniel, and concentrics and both sides, if there are road shows that we need to do, we're willing and ready. I mean, I'm taking businesses, Ghanaian businesses, 12 Ghanaian businesses to Zambia, and we're opening doors there. There's a standing invitation to Malawi. I'm going to Malawi in July with another group of Ghanaian businesses. We're taking Ghanaian business out. We're also looking to bring business into Ghana. And so for us, if there are conversations that need to be had, and I've had that conversation with my colleague at Foreign Affairs, Okudzeto Blakwa, where we're willing to use our embassies and our missions to drive agenda. So if there are clients that you need for the government of Ghana to either back Concentrix or any other member of BOSAG, to say that, look, the government of Ghana is behind this business. If you give them outsource work to them, we'll provide them both infrastructure and human resource. We're willing to make those commitments because ultimately Ghana must become that center. It's unconscionable and it's inexplicable to explain why or to try to rationalize why Ghana cannot be a key player in the BPO ecosystem, giving the human resource, the skill that we have, and the benefit of our language and the beauty of our time zone.
Enti Honorable Sam George Nensem na ɔde ɛto dwa ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Bosak and Concentrics ɔmo mu hyia mu ɔmo yɛ round ɛyɛ table meeting ɔmo yɛ ɛho nsɛm bi ɛna ɔde ɛto dwa ma yɛ nyinaa yɛkɔ ɛkɔtie bi no. Yes, ɔde to dwa say yes indeed there are a lot of ɛyɛ menka ne sɛ nneɛma yɛ betumi tap in obetumi aba na so ɛyɛ wɔ ministry hɔ nneɛma a wɔsɔ ɔde bɛto n'anim wankasa nneɛma bɛn na ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ what are set up bɛn na ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ ɛwɔ ɛyɛ communications side hɔ a mpo pɛ sɛ ɔne ministry no ne NCA fo nyinaa ɛka bom na ɔmo boa wo na utimi yɛ ne nyinaa yɛ ade a wobɛtumi aba ne hɔ ɛwɔ ne office na watumi ɛne no abɛdi nkɔmmɔ na watumi ahwɛ na waboa wo enti ɛno ɛne nsɛm a Honorable Sam George ɔde ɛto dwa ɛwɔ round table meeting no ase a yɛde ebi ɛnso yɛde ɛma mo na yɛ